Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to continue our chapter crop production and management. So, the topic is harvesting. What is harvesting? In harvesting, the process in which the farmers used to cut and gather the crops together is known as harvesting. Now, harvesting of a cereal can be done by both methods, with the help of by men manually, or they can do with the help of a machine called harvester. But the human beings, the man, use some instrument. Man use an instrument called a sickle for doing this process. And if they want to use a machine, so the machine is known as harvester. After harvesting, the grain of a cereal plant are separated from rest of the plants. And when the farmers used harvest all the crops, they after after separated the grains from the cereal plant. And this process can be done only by the process threshing and winnowing. Now, how threshing can be done? See, threshing can be done either with the help of a machine, or with the only with the help, or either with the help of a machine, or either with the manually. The machine, the human use machine called thresher. If they want to use the machine use called combine harvester, that is used for both the process harvesting and threshing, called combine harvester. Now, what is winnowing? In the process of winnowing is a process in which the grain are separated from the sheaf. Sheaf, it means seeds covering a tiny piece of leaves or a stem. This can be also done manually or with the help of a machine called winnowing machine. Now, let us come to storage. After harvesting the crops, it is necessary to put that grain somewhere. So that we are going to do in this storage. So harvested grain need to be stored somewhere for available consumption to prevent it from spoilage. So the grains do not get spoilage of fungi like this. So we have to keep that grains in a proper place. So that the process, some points must be there. Some points are that the area must be free from moisture. There should be no moisture. The grain are dried in the sun to remove as much as moisture as possible. Now they are then wet and packed the grainy bags and or bins. Their storage. Now the grains are used to pack on in a gunny bag or in a bins. You can see in this type of bags, the grains are used to packed, and sometime it used to put in some, they sometimes used to store them. Now, book storage is a grain is done in granny or silos. The best storage place for keeping that is grannies or silos. So these are the two which is the proper place for storing the grains. Now the storage area should be kept clean and dry. Wherever place we used to put the grains, that place must be very clean and dry. Pesticides should be sprayed beforehand to keep the pests away. Now, for keeping the pests away, pets are those those animals who destroy the crops. So we must have to spray pesticides before keeping that grains there. Now, periodic inspection of storage area is necessary to ensure safety of grain. Now, increasing crop yield. Carrying out the basic agriculture practices systematically can sustain increased crop yield. Techniques such as mixed cultivation and crop rotation can increase the crop yield. How we can increase the crop yield? So there are the two processes. The first process is the crop cultivation, mixed cultivation, and second is the crop rotation. Now, what is mixed cultivation? See, this is the type of cultivation in which more than two two or more than two different types of crops are sown at a particular place or at the same time. It is not that a particular crops are grown at that particular area. The different types of crops can be grown at that area at the same time only. The crops chosen are such as nutrient needs and one crops are fulfilled by others. For examples, I am giving you ligneous plants. Plants having seeds in long pods, such as chickpea and moon, are grown in the same field. If we take an example that we can say chickpea or we can say moong, they both are grown at the same field along with some cereals such as wheat. Now, what is crop rotation? In crop rotation, in which this is the rotation in which two or more different types of crops in the same field, one after the other. See, now for example, I'm giving you, now in the field, if there is a crops of there is a cereal grown is grain. Now when the grain are totally harvested, so at that area only some other grain are planted there. For example, you can say moong, like this. So this is the difference between mixed cultivation and crop rotation. Now, food from plants. In first, we have talked that how we get food from plants, and now we are going to learn that food from animals. We obtain many kinds of food items from animals. Rearing animals on a large scale for food and other needs is called animal husbandry. The process through which we need many items from animals, so people used to rear the animals on a large scale, and that process for getting food and other needs, that is known as rearing of animals, is known as animal husbandry. Now here are some examples of food products obtained from animals. So there are some points that we get material from animals. First, we get milk from animals such as cow, buffaloes and goats. It is used to prepare a variety of products such as butter, ghee, curd and cheese. The cow, buffaloes and goats, these are some animals who used to give us some milk, and with that milk we can prepare so many things, variety of products such as butter, ghee, curd and cheese. Now meat is obtained from plants such as goat and chicken. Now this goat and chicken animals also produce meat, and people also eat many kinds of fish, spams and other sea animals. Now egg is obtained from a bird such as hen, turkeys and geese. Some animals also give eggs, and honeybees used to give honey. The practice of rearing honey is known as apiculture. If we want to rearing animals for needs, if we know animal husbandry, and if we want to do rearing of honeybees, so that is known as for honey is known as apiculture. And if we want to rear plants for our needs, it known as agriculture. So this was the chapter crop production and management that we have completed. In our next video, we are going to continue our next chapter of this science book. So till then, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.